Hello and welcome to my first video in English. Today, I want to give you my opinion about the WebSummit, considering that I'm a student and I went there for 2 consecutive years as a student. And before start talking, I want to give you just two shoutouts. One, this is the first video being recorded in English, so there's also the Portuguese version. Two, I want to try a new way of editing, so in this and the newer videos, I just want your feedback, positive or negative, doesn't mind, I just want your honest feedback. So let's start. On WebSummit, you know that's an event for startups and investors. They've also introduced the Inspire program. That's a program specifically for students that can attend only to the central stage, so basically only the Altice Arena. Okay. In the last year, so I went in the last year on Wednesday afternoon. This year also in Wednesday, but the entire day. What changed on the way you can access WebSummit? So because I'm recording this in English, I have to say you need to be a student in a Portuguese school first off, and you need to have between 15 and 26 years old. Last year you had to access by your own, and this year you can access as an individual, so by your own, or your school can apply to take you to WebSummit. That's cool, right? Kinda. If you go with your school, you have to pay nothing. If you go alone, last year you had to pay €7.5. This year you pay only 5. So the access is getting wider and better, basically. About the conferences, I'm not gonna tell you if I liked or disliked all those that I've seen. I can do a particular video on that if you ask me to do so, but I'm not gonna speak about that in this video. The way it is made, the way every conference is made, it's kinda, I'm not gonna say unique, but it feels appropriate considering the topic that's chosen for each conference. So you have basically a short talk, so you have a relevant person with a moderator. You have, what else? You have a kind of debate. I haven't seen that this year, but last year there was a conference that had pros and cons about AIs and employment, and there was a person that, so there were three persons, one only with cons, one only with pros, and a moderator. It was very interesting on the way they exposed the topic and the ideas, so I guess they were clear, and then after they showed just on one side of each, they then started to kind of debate a bit on what one perspective can change to another. That was very interesting, and then you also have the explosive conferences that just one person with a PowerPoint behind just speaking and throwing content to the audience. So as I've said, the conferences and the way they're dynamized, it's very interesting, and they expose the topic in a clear and very interesting way. I don't know how many times I've said interesting, but never mind that. What else? Not just the way it's dynamized, but also the person that's dynamizing also adds some unique characteristics. Okay, what do I want to mean by that? If you have seen, let me check. Okay, Brad Smith, that's the president of Microsoft Corporation. He has a huge capacity to do just a presentation with PowerPoints behind, and he gets very strong support from the audience. Then you have, for example, you see Margaret Vestager. That's the European Committee for not challenging, but I don't know the words. I don't remember. That person, because she's related to politics, she made basically a speech that was already written and without any support behind. Then you have person CEOs that are just like open mind, and they can just give their opinion based on the question that's just being asked. So the topics are interesting by their own, but also the person that is dynamizing them also adds some unique aspects that make them more interesting. Now, there is not just that aspect. If you want to go there, you need to be there physically. You can also watch online. That's a new thing this year. You can watch them on YouTube. Last year they were only on Facebook. Come on. If you really want to be in there, just make sure you have the proper attitude to be in there. What do I mean by this? I've experienced basically everyone in my surroundings. They just don't care, or now that's a bigger problem that wasn't last year. They are obligated to be in there because it's a school trip and you have to follow what we say. So you have to stay in here for the longest we want. So you have to watch everything, even if you care or not about it. If you don't care, you'll be on your phone playing Fortnite or other games, or just chatting loud with the persons you have on your side, or you'll be just throwing popcorn to your friends. That also happened. But please, if you want to chat, you can chat about like what has been said or is being said. Like, what do you think about this? This is actually very interesting, or not just that in an artificial way, but like, whoa, this blew me away. Whoa, yeah, kind of show the reaction and debate a bit while the presentation being done. You can do that, but do it a bit quiet, okay? Don't do it loud, because I've experienced people in my surroundings again that were speaking loud about things that I don't even cared, and I couldn't hear the person that was speaking on stage. Okay, that's unfortunate. Plus, there's another odd topic that I want to talk about, and that's the smartphone's flashlights. It seems like the only way to say to another person that you're in the event is to use the flashlight. Put the phone on the air and leave it on. Please, no. That would be fine if you were like in the middle of a forest trying to find a friend in there. There were only two persons, so you and your friend. It would be completely fine. You will be looking to the same, and it wouldn't affect anyone else, because there's no one else in there. In the event, that's not the only thing that's happening. It's also happening that your flashlight is being disturbed to the other person's point of view, and that other person might be interested on the actual presentation on the stage. So I'm interested on the presentation, I'm looking to the stage, and guess what? I'm getting dozens of tiny dots, just not say flashlights again, that are kind of disturbing my eyes. So yeah, you can find other ways to tell your friends you're in the event. You know, use text chat or something to say, I'm in the middle, left, right, up, down, kind of that. Or you can actually leave the seat, go outside, meet yourself, and then go both to a seat close to each other. That's also fine, but please don't use the flashlights, okay? That's a bit odd. So, my conclusion. The WebSummit is very important for students. Why? Because me as a student, I'm studying coding, so I want to become a programmer, right? So just by attending to WebSummit, what's being discussed on the central stage, it's not only valid for me, but it is also valid to all the other persons inside the industry to know what's the focus and the interest right now, what we are developing and what are the roadmaps to the future. This can not only be important to keep me updated to those aspects, but also can inspire me to what I should become in the future. For example, Brad Smith, with his presentations, he also has, I don't want to say a message, but the idea that a lack of security and a huge lack of laws. Oh my god. Like I was saying, he passes the idea that the security area inside technology, so cybersecurity is a very relevant area at this moment, and there is a huge demand on persons that can work on that area. So at the moment, since I can study more, I should there is kind of this idea that I should focus on cybersecurity because on this demand, so I can get a job quick, really quick, can be good due to the demand, and you can get already great conditions. Remember that. But on the other side, you can attend WebSummit, but just remember yourself. You need to stay calm and act like a person, not like a child. Okay? So you're in there, chill out, listen to what's being said, because that's what matters to you, and enjoy. That's basically it. So you should really attend if you have the right mind to be in that space. Okay? So if you like this video, please thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. That's up to you. Give me your comments or idea, or you can start a discussion about this topic, because I really think that's important. That's why I'm doing a video about it. Well, and so leave a comment. And if you want to see the other videos that I'll record about WebSummit, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I don't know why I'm aiming my finger here, but yeah, make sure to subscribe. So yeah, this video is done. See you in the next one. Bye.